I want to talk about Lucknow. That's the latest city that I went to. And if you have traveled to Lucknow recently, you will see this all over right from the time you step out. Muskuraiye Aap Lucknow mein hai. And I was thinking, why is this line everywhere, and including the guy who drove me around for 3 days says, ma'am, आपको पता है ना लखनऊ में है तो आपको मुस्कुराना पड़ेगा. And when I was putting this down, I thought of 3 things that I wanted to share. So the first thing that I want to share is Tehzeeb and Tamiz are 2 important words that are rooted in the cultural fabric of Lucknow. I don't think so there's an English word for that, but I'll give it a shot. Tehzeeb is almost the way you speak and come across, and it's not only in your words, it's your body language. And Tamiz is also the respect that you give people around. And if that are 2 words which are rooted in the cultural fabric, you can see that everywhere in Lucknow. And that is one of the reasons why, as my friend said, Lucknow is different. And I said, yes, it's peaceful and you feel like smiling, you feel warm and inviting in a city like Lucknow. The second thing, which is another highlight of Lucknow, is the cultural buildings. You talk to any young person, I'm not only talking about the old person, they'll start about talking about, there are such great places to see. Have you been to the La Martiniere School? Have you been to the Imambara? There's a cultural pride in the architecture of the city. And it's not only the architecture of city, it's also in the food, which is Awadh. And when you talk about architecture and food, there's something that I picked up, that there is a word called royal. And in Lucknow, because of these 2 things coming together, the cultural buildings and the Awadh food, the word royal is not only part of their daily lexicon, but they look for those visual cues in everything that they see and eat. Therefore, the architecture and food are very important parts of the cultural heritage and fabric of Lucknow. So I'm talking about the third highlight. And when it comes to food, I know the malls are the in thing in Lucknow because everybody will talk about a Lulu Mall or the Palazzo Mall or the Phoenix United. But what about Hazrat Ganj? And that is a must visit. I know that's the place where you see the Lucknowi vibe, right from your charts to your shopping. And that is a part of Lucknow which gives you a feel of what Lucknow is. And of course, the Aminabad market. Walking the market tells you the kind of food, the culture, the integration of cultures, right? And therefore you realize that people of different communities stay together because that's how it has been for so many years. And I went to this place called Dastarkhan. Again, I think some 100 years old place. They make the same kebabs, Galori kebabs. The paratha is to die for, and the biryani. And if you don't manage to do that, Dastarkhan is available even at the airport. There's one Sharma ji ki chai also. Now, why are these things famous? What about these local places that really make it interesting? Because they've been there for a long time. It is part of the heritage. It's part of the consistency. It's part of the quality that Lucknow has seen over a period of time. So next time when you go, make sure you go to all these local places and not only the malls.